All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Sunday night football, week number 14. One of the best matchups of the year. We have the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Huge playoff seeding implications here. We got one spread pick in today's game and then 3 player props that I like as well. So 4 picks coming your way. We'll jump right into that. But first, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button as well. And I gotta tell you about Sleeper. They have a promo going on for new users right now. Will Jalen Hurts pass for 1 yard? Well, this is supposed to be a good game. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I think he'll throw for just 1 yard. Click the link in the pinned comment. You get this deal and you get your deposit matched up to $500. They're running a promo right now. Usually it's a deposit match up to $100. Now it's a deposit match up to $500. You can literally get $500 free dollars, and the contest that you enter over on Sleeper will enter you into a $1 million giveaway that is being announced on the 26th of December. So plenty of reasons to go check out Sleeper if you have not yet. If it's legal in your state and you're not on Sleeper, you're sleeping. Wake up, go check it out. But like I said, we got a great matchup here. We got the Cowboys taking on the Eagles. Right now, Cowboys sitting at 3.5-point favorites at home. The total sitting at 51.5. Both teams are obviously having a good year. Eagles 10-2 on the season, 6-3-3 against the spread, 5-1 on the road. Dallas yet to lose at home, 6-0 at home on their 9-3 season, 8-4 against the spread. They did play back in November, and the Eagles won this one 28-23, so a very close game. But in terms of my first pick in this game, I am going to be taking the Eagles plus 3.5 points. Now, before I get into why I like that, the first and I guess biggest reason is that number value, that getting the edge on the field goal. If this was 2.5, I may be punting away the spread altogether, okay? So just know that I think this is going to be a good game. And if you're on Dallas's side, there's plenty of arguments to be made for Dallas too. So I understand that, but I like that 3.5 number for the Eagles to keep this to within a field goal. I don't hate sprinkling on the money line as well. We'll keep you guys updated on the pinned comment if we do, because plus 158 for a team that, you know, on the books right now is the better team, it screams value. But for now, we're sticking with that plus 3.5. And the main reason why, obviously we know both these teams have good offenses, have parts of their defense that are really, really good as well. But the main thing is the strength of schedule that we've seen both of these teams go through. So we'll start with offense. This is from an offensive DVOA perspective, strength of schedule, right? So their offense going up against the defenses that they've played. This is a Dallas team that has the second easiest schedule to date in terms of the defenses that they've played. Philadelphia, top 10 hardest schedule that they've played. And it gets even worse from the defensive perspective. We always talk about how Dallas, stomps on these bad teams, but can they beat the good teams? But can they stomp the good teams, like blah blah blah, right? Well, if you look at this from a schedule ranking, it is pretty alarming if you are on the Dallas side of things. The second easiest schedule for a defense this year from a DVOA perspective as well, and then the Eagles, the 5th hardest. So these are two teams that are both good. One has gone the Mark Twain or whatever the author is, the road less traveled by, and then one has gone sort of the easy route. They're both here battling it out, but I'm gonna test or trust the tried and true and tested team of the Eagles. And again, we already saw them play a few weeks back, and the Eagles did win this game, but we're getting plus 3.5. I think that is some serious value. So we're we're locking that one in that spot there, just again because this is also just a spot where the Cowboys tend to lose, right? Like, they beat up on the bad teams, like I said, and then they face good teams, and it's like, oof, that was a close one, right? And if the Eagles keep this game close whatsoever, we're getting over a field goal. So it just seems like a good spot for me. Jerry's world, Dallas at home is a great team, I get it, but again, tried and true and tested is this Eagles team, whereas the Cowboys, I like them. I've talked about how much I like them this season. They've had a little bit more of a cakewalk to this 9-3 record than the Eagles, their 10-2 record. The Eagles have had to grind out some damn games. Even their recent schedule, right? Dallas, Kansas City, Buffalo, San Francisco. Like, that's absurd. Dating back to that same game, the Cowboys played Philly, lost, right? And then they beat the Giants, Carolina, Washington, and Seattle. So it just is a tale of two tapes here. So give me the Eagles plus 3.5. Now we're going to jump into 3 player props that I like as well. The tool we're going to be using for these is Outlier, guys. 7 days free with the link in the pinned comment. This tool is absolutely goated. If you are not using it, you are seriously missing out. 7 days free if you want to try it. The worst thing that happens is you fall in love with it, and then you're like, fine, here's the $19.99 a month afterwards, because it literally is a one-stop shop tool. And we'll just jump right into Outlier 2 so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. This is the player prop screen. You can go through, I filtered to this game and go through all of the hit rates, but we have a couple that we plucked out here. So first, we're going to look at the Dallas side of things. I'm looking at Dak Prescott over 38.5 pass attempts. Now, you might be looking at me being like, you're crazy. He's only hit this 3 times this entire season. That is true. One of those times was against Philadelphia. He hit 44 last time they played back on November 5th. And you can see down here, right? Philadelphia leading the league in pass attempts against from a negative perspective. So the most pass attempts against, averaging 40.2 for teams against them this season. So this is a team that obviously we're going to see, Dak Prescott have to pass on, because this run defense is very, very good. So you look at, where is the Eagles' weakness? Where might the Cowboys try and exploit it? In the passing game. You even look at the Cowboys offense, and they don't have the pound it down running back in Pollard or Dowdle. Like, those are not the guys that you can just hand the ball off to and kind of lower your shoulder and pound it, right? So why would the Cowboys even want to run in this game? Maybe to try and control momentum, maybe, but I like Dak Prescott over 38.5 pass attempts here for near even odds at minus 105. Now, I don't necessarily hate, I'll be honest, his pass completions at 26.5 for even money there at plus 100. I really don't hate that, but I think I'm going to lean towards the pass attempts over that. So guys, if we have any alterations or changes, keep an eye on the pinned comment. But the best odds you're getting right now, minus 105 over on DK. You could see FanDuel, Caesars, and BetMGM are just slightly behind. All right, let's move on to the next one, because we're moving to the Eagles side of the ball, and we're looking at Devontae Smith over 21.5 for his longest reception. You guys know this is somehow, some way been one of our fortes in the NFL this year. These longest catch or longest pass sort of statistics or bets here. Right now, I like Devontae Smith, who's done this in 67% of games this season. That's 8 of 12. When he played Dallas last time, he had a catch for 29. He's done it in 7 of his last 10, but in 6 of his last 7. He was literally a half yard away last time against San Francisco. Now, what I like about this is if you take a peek at what the Cowboys, not even take a peek, if you just think about what this Cowboys secondary does, they let up huge plays. These are defensive backs, safeties, all that love to gamble. I can't even imagine what it would be like if Diggs, who's out now, if Diggs was still playing, because he's the biggest gambling quarterback of all time, right? Like, this is a great spot for Devontae Smith to, 1, be targeted downfield, which we'll get into in a second, and 2, for some Cowboys defenders to really take a gamble, and Devontae Smith to take one the distance here. So looking at the air yards, you can see Devontae Smith, his average depth of target is in the top 10 in terms of receivers that have had at least 80 targets on the season, 12.02. But what you really do like to see is the yards after catch that he provides as well, averaging 16.6 yards after catch. And look at the last 2 weeks. The dude is heating up against what you could say, good defenses as well. So I like the spot for him. We can roll right into, actually show you the odds. Minus 114 is your best bet over on FanDuel right now. We'll roll right into the next one, which is also the same thing for AJ Brown. Now, do they both hit it? Maybe not. You can see last time they played, AJ Brown did not hit it. They did hit it the previous time playing against Dallas there, but he's also hit this a decent amount this season, 50% of the games this year. In his last 10, it moves up to 60%, but all the same rules apply. But what I really do like about AJ Brown is his yards after catch. Like, he had a couple off weeks here, but this is a guy that's literally averaging, I guess 36.5 yards after catch. That is great. Obviously, he's right here below Devontae Smith, only a receiver away in terms of average depth of target and everything like that too. But his run after catch ratio is 0.82, which is great. He's almost, for every yard that's thrown to him, right? That's how that works. For every yard the ball is in the air that's thrown to him, so picture pretty much a 10-yard pass where he catches it 10 yards down the field, he's almost adding an additional yard for every yard, and it becomes a 20-yard type of catch. So 25.5, big number, I get it, but I trust that these Cowboys defenders are going to gamble and are going to try and take a chance here. So AJ Brown, minus 115 over on DraftKings or BetMGM, best odds as of right now, over 25.5 for his longest catch. I really do like those spots, guys. check out Outlier. That link is in the pinned comment. I doubt you will regret it if you do check it out. And that's all we have for you guys in today's video. Keep an eye in the pinned comment for any updates or anything like that. This should be one of the best matchups we've seen all year long. So very, very, very excited for this Sunday night football game. Huge playoff implications. Both teams are going to be grinding their asses off. Should be a good game, guys. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment 10 if you made it till the end of the video. And yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one, all right? Peace out.